What's important in your life as a Christian should be Christ. And that commitment needs to be rock solid and deep and resolute. Your children are not fools. Your children see your lives. And you don't have to tell them what's important to you. They see it. They know what is important to us, and they see what we are passionate about, and they recognize what we like and what we dislike. Parents, what would your children say is important to you? The depth of your commitment to Jesus Christ is being observed. It is being noted by your children. So how difficult, let me ask you this, how difficult is it for you to skip church on a Sunday morning? How hard would it be for you to skip church on a Sunday morning? How hard? Is there a game on? You went to bed a little bit late the night before? When you go away for the weekend on an extended vacation, are you going to church? Do you try and find a church? Do you ask around, like, okay, I'm going away to Santa Barbara this weekend or whatever. You don't know of any good churches? Do you ask around? Do you bother? Because when your children say, oh, it's Sunday morning, they think they're going to get dressed up or something, and you're like, oh, no, we're on vacation, right? So we're on vacation, we're away from our home, and we take a vacation from God? No. Is it important enough for you to make sure that your children know, look, I don't like it when we have these Sunday obligations that get in the way of church, because God is important. Oh, well, except for that sporting engagement, or except when we're on vacation, or except when we're tired, so, I mean, what do you teach your children just when it comes to church attendance? Do you make small group and Sunday school a priority for your family? Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And if there's one thing I would hope and pray that would be true of every family in our church, it would be the practice of family devotions. We live in busy times. You can leave your phone on the table, but your phone's never really far from you, and it never stops vibrating, beeping, and flashing, and all sorts of stuff. We are constantly inundated by a veritable deluge of text messages, phone calls, emails, pokes, likes, all that stuff. And that's why we need refreshment from God's Word. We need to reorient ourselves and remind ourselves, wait a second. Yes, okay, that's interesting. Okay, that happened. Okay, that happened. This person's sharing this with you, whatever. But what's really important is my life with God. Because the other things are happening all the time, and they will continue to happen at a blazing pace. But when it comes down to it, and when we leave this life, all of a sudden it just kind of vanishes. And what's left is eternity. And all of a sudden, the things that seem so important in the moment are not that important now. I would pray that on a daily basis, you would commit to having a worship time together as a family. You don't need to play a musical instrument. You don't need a seminary degree. You don't need to carve out an hour of every day, every night, or every morning. You just need to have some focused, intentional time talking about God every day. Talking not only about God, but talking to God. And showing your children that it matters. It really matters. That it's important.